Hello everybody and welcome back to Trailer Tuesday, the segment where I break down the latest trailers to have released in the past week, but in this instance it's more like for the past 3 days since Friday and leading up to Monday because there really hasn't been much since then. But otherwise, let's cut to the chase right now. And also, as a quick message, don't be afraid to leave your thoughts on these trailers in the comments down below so we can all share our thoughts on what we agree and disagree on, if they're good, great, and so forth. But now, let's move on to what you came for. First up is the teaser trailer to the 23rd James Bond movie Skyfall, which I was really looking forward to because even though that I was let down by Quantum of Solace, I was still really interested in this because it had several very key figures behind it, including director Sam Mendes, cinematographer Roger Deakins, and John Logan, one of the best screenwriters working today, coming on board to co-write the script. So I had a lot really anticipating on this trailer, and wow, this is one of the best teaser trailers of the year so far. Daniel Craig looks totally in his element as James Bond yet again. As much as I had problems with Quantum of Solace, he was still great in the movie. And Javier Bardem, who plays the film's villain Raul Silva, you only see him in a silhouette shot at the end of the trailer, but it's staged so beautifully, and the fire in the background really shows to the menace that his character most likely going to exhibit throughout the movie. The cinematography by Roger Deakins is absolutely beautiful in this, even though he's made the transition from shooting his films from film to digital now, which we're really starting to draw into the digital scene more. His cinematography is just as beautiful even with that technology transfer, and I really think that this is going to be one of the best movies of the year so far. The action looks really tight, and Daniel Craig just looks like he's completely in his element with the charm and charisma as James Bond. I really enjoyed this trailer a lot, and I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Well, actually stars, but rating 4.5, well, you get the point. Let's just move on. Next up is the first teaser, and also, as I should say, clip for Paul Thomas Anderson's The Master, which I have been waiting for so freaking long for just anything to release for this movie, because I'm a huge Paul Thomas Anderson fan. I've loved every movie that I've seen of his. Well, I still need to see Punch Drunk Love, but moving on to The Master, I've been really looking forward to this because I absolutely love There Will Be Blood. It's one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time, and this trailer slash clip in particular really has that There Will Be Blood vibe to it, thanks to the fantastic and very moody score that Johnny Greenwood is already producing for this film, and Joaquin Phoenix. I'm going to make a prediction right now. Comeback of the year in acting. He is going to nail it in this film, just from the stuff that they show from him in character alone, which he's really putting himself in between all these different emotions that are run through his character. He looks like a very fragile character because his emotions seem to be all over the place, just from the way he acts in the main scene that you see. And I've been waiting for so long for Joaquin Phoenix to get back into acting. I absolutely loved him in Gladiator and Walk the Line. I still have to see several others movies as well. Oh yeah, Signs. How can anyone not forget Signs? But otherwise, Paul Thomas Anderson looks like he has another masterpiece in the works because this man has great ideas that flow together with such very well realized themes in every single movie the man has made. I am highly looking forward to this film because I've been anticipating it for so long, since I even knew that it was in pre-production, that he had a new film in the works at first at all. So I'm going to give this 4.5 as well. I freaking loved this trailer. Next up is a teaser trailer to Anchorman: The Legend Continues, which is the sequel to the highly commercially and financially successful Anchorman, which is one of my favorite comedies. One reason why I really love Will Ferrell's movies, well, not all of them, but several of them that fall into the McKay collaborations as well. This trailer, it isn't really more of a trailer, but it's more of a teaser to introduce the fact that they are making a sequel, because it introduces all those characters you love, which are Brick Tamlin. It's not really an official trailer, but it gives you the notion that a sequel is in the works, which they announced a while ago, and it introduces those characters from the channel news station that you love, and Will Ferrell looks like he's going to be in his element again as Ron Burgundy, of course, but also with the great supporting cast, the likes of Paul Rudd, Steve Carell, David Koechner, and so many more. I'm really looking forward to this because I absolutely love the first film. I can quote it nearly any time, any day, and I'm sure that they're going to bring that original vibe back to the sequel as well, because McKay and Ferrell, they have not failed in any of their collaborations in my opinion. All of them are really funny in their own way. I am really looking forward to this film, even though they haven't even started filming a scene yet, let alone, I don't even think they've written a script yet. But just the way the teaser was constructed, I laughed quite a bit, especially at some of Steve Carell's lines, because Brick Tamlin's one of the best characters without a doubt. And I'm going to give this a strong 4 out of 5. I'm going to wait till an official trailer's release to really set my expectations, but from the way they're bringing back the nostalgia from the first one just with this teaser alone, I was really entertained. As you know, as I said earlier, this has been a really slow week for trailers, and the last one that I'm going to talk about is Hyde Park on Hudson. Now, a lot of you may not have heard of this, but it stars Bill Murray in the role of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, one of the most famous and influential United States presidents that ever lived. And it stars Bill Murray in the role, and it focuses not on the presidency itself, but more of his love affair with his long-distance cousin in the film, which happens in Hyde Park on Hudson, which they say in the trailer already. So there you go. They've already said the movie title in the trailer, so you didn't have to expect it in the final cut then to just focus on that then. Out of the trailer, not everything clicked, but it's gonna be Bill Murray being the selling point for this film because he is one of the best actors of our generation, and even back in the 80s, carrying on to this, he has been a great actor of 3 generations, let's make that, because he has a great air to comedy, drama, and several other different genres that we've seen him work before, but it's really the dramedy factor that really brings his acting up to the fullest potential most of the time. And you can kind of hint that from this trailer alone because it does have attempts at comedy, even though they didn't completely click with me. I'm going to see this solely for the fact that it's Bill Murray playing FDR. Not everything I know is going to rank up to that. It really is going to be an actor-dominated film. Essentially, I think it'll be the male Iron Lady for this year. If you got that reference, I'm sure you know where it's going then. But overall, it's kind of a meh trailer, but Bill Murray playing FDR is what really has got me intrigued, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. So those are all the trailers for this edition of Trailer Tuesday. As usual, leave your thoughts below in the comment box for what you think of these trailers, whether you like them or not. Also, be sure to subscribe to Film Freaks Podcast where you can check out the latest episode as well, which I did with Chris Stuckman where we reviewed Battleship and the Dictator. I'm going to be back on almost every day this week with new videos. I have a Blu-ray DVD update coming tomorrow, and then on Thursday I have a very special review prepared that's not a movie review though, so there's your clue right there. So in the meantime, time from Cat Crick Reviews, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.